Group 1 racing at Hastings this weekend. Windsor Park Plate Day on the Punters Lounge. Jason Tan, dead 5, rail out in the 3 metre position.
And that 3 metre position, Aidan Rodley, is a position that I've found over the last 3 years has played very true. So looking forward to fair racing on the day.
Let's get you through the card, beginning with the first, which is the Trinity Hill 2100. It's a rating 72 affair here. 440 about mental telepathy. Gorbachev, a really impressive first day winner at 420 from a wide gate. Charlie Horse 650 and High Spirits at $7. How'd you see this one?
Should be some decent speed in the race. I didn't mind High Spirits, but as the type of mare that will always get you, is always running on. So I went 1/3 on the price that I see there. But I notice you've got mental telepathy and as one of your horses in your bets of the weekend.
Yeah, I just like it. Profiles really well third up after a really encouraging third on the first day.
I do fear that I'm getting caught with High Spirits, but at her best, she rates really well.
Very cool. Race 2 is the Regisa Windsor Park stud 3-year-old over the 1200 metres. Cut a deal unbeaten so far, 650. Mask has been impressive at the trials. 980 is not a bad price there. Star Performance just got back in a front runners race at Ruakaka at 370, and the money with Cavallo Veloce at 260, 120. Pretty impressive the first day.
Yeah, in the end I defaulted to Cavallo Veloce. Basically there's no knock on his form. I would expect that they will try and lead the race, and I think the lead will be there for him, and if he can be rated he'll take all sorts of running down. He's the horse to beat.
Yeah, half-brother to Charles Road, who goes around in the naturalism in Melbourne on Saturday. Third of the card is the Beth Shan Funerals 1300. Favourite here is 310 about Langkawi. The stablemate Methuselah at 720 was good the other day. 450 Thomas Aquinas Le Sablier from a very impressive trial at 580, and 950 about Grand Eagle. How'd you see this one, Jason?
This is one of the betting races of the day, and there's a lot of trading to be done in this market. Look, Le Sablier came up really high in the ratings. I'm a little bit disappointed that bookies didn't give you a bit of a carrot and maybe $9 or $10. They didn't miss her. Methuselah, I'm a little bit surprised they've gone so long relative to Langkawi. Before seeing prices, I thought that Langkawi would be an each-way play. Well, that's right on the low end of being each-way. It's essentially a win bet. Thomas Aquinas was very good, and Strength of Power was one of the runs of the day at Ruakaka. It's a great race. I've gone with Langkawi. I think you put a line through the winning place and just make it a win. Yeah,
interesting price on Celtic Rockstar as well at 51 for a horse who did record the fastest last 600 of the race on the first day. On to the fourth, the Lawrence Reedshaw Memorial 1200, and the market here shows that there's money for Watch the Space at 6s, Scandalo 420, Deals and Heels at 450, 7s for Ruby Amani and Indecision. Jason?
Last year's winner Watch the Space is at $6. Significantly worse off in the weights, and I just don't know that he's going to be quite ready won't be peaking for the 1200. I just sense that there's a screw or two to turn. Scandalo in a fresh state, it's a bit of a roll of the dice with him as well, but he does have a very good fresh record, and it looks like this race has been a target.
Yeah, 4 from 7 on the home track, and Woodamoo Pins, 3 kilogram claim, all important. I thought that Indecision just led in this race, mapped a lead, and peaked on the run the first day when the jockey dropped the whip as well. Just expect improvement there. On to the first of the year group features. This one, the Group 3 Hawke's Bay Breeders Gold Trail Stakes, and favouritism, not surprisingly, with Avantage. Group 1 winner, only once beaten so far, 185 and 110. Danielle Johnson for Tiaka Rosing. Expression at 380 and 550 Stella Noir.
To me, off the map, Avantage gets every opportunity to sit either as the leader or Danielle Johnson to choose the horse that she trails. Expression, on the other hand, whilst a brilliant finisher in her races and a very high form level, is going to be standing her up, quite a few lengths turning for home. So that really is advantage Avantage. And, yeah, sorry about that. Stella Noir is a horse that has the blinkers applied, and Loose Cannon, I thought, really caught the eye. So maybe outside of Avantage, a place on Loose Cannon should get a nice soft run, and boy, she was strong to the line at Ruakaka.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you go around. Avantage, Group 1 winner back in the Gold Trail Stakes. Race 6 is the Hastings Heart of Hawke's Bay 1400, where Ricky Baker at 750, Endangered D, both at that same price. 550 for the Mitigator, So Brazen at 580 up from Rickerton, Dream On at 580 and 620 Swinging Skirts. Couple out already, Jason Podravina and Deuce Cope. Actually didn't mind play the field at 15s as well.
It's the type of race, Aidan, that if I was to put a confidence rating on my assessment of it, out of 5, it would be 1.
Yeah.
But 1 being the lowest, or maybe even 0. I don't have a great sense of confidence about A, the map, and B, where runners in it are in their preparations and how they'll present. The mitigator I don't mind as a horse. Again, it might be a bit sharp for him, but I've put him each way.
Yeah, I've got Ricky Baker to lead them up, and the run at Taupo last time out had merit some sort of chance.
I find
in
it
the race.
Impossible to see the horse and not have that song from Hunt for the Wilder People in my head. You know, Ricky Baker. Ricky Baker.
Save that for later, Jason.
Sorry.
Race 7 is the Fast Track Insurance 2000. This one, the Open, and yeah, looking forward to seeing Authentic Paddy, ladies first. They're both at $7.50, 5 to midnight, $8, $6 High Lad. Big Mike led them up last time at $4.80. Deers at $8.50 and $7 Nymph Monte, one of the races of the day, Jason.
China Star's at $15, and I sort of looked at that and wondered whether she deserved a little bit more respect off that first day run, but I've gone a horse that finished just a little bit behind her out of that race that Charles Road won, Big Mike set the tempo for, and that's Nymph Monte, last year's winner of the race. So in a 2-by-3 ratio, win to place, that's how I would play him.
Okay, I'm pretty keen about the chances of ladies first, the Auckland Cup winner here, third up. Group 1, the 8th is the Windsor Park Plate. Weight for age, 1,600 metres, and favouritism here with High Flyer actually sharing favouritism now with Melody Bell, who's gone 4.50 into 4.20. That's been the move in the race. $6 Scott Base. Wow, looking forward to this one.
Yeah, my life coach, Thad Taylor, suggesting that the money was for Melody Bell, and hence why there was nothing in between, or nothing between her price and also High Flyer. Scott Base, I think, maps really nicely. Just needs that clear running. So it's a bit heavy, but Scott Base and Melody Bell are the 2 horses that I'm going to back. And I think Windspell, top 5 when that market gets released on Saturday, is worthy consideration. He was very good, and he'll be fitter, he'll be improved, maps well, 1,600 metres okay. Yeah,
I had Melody Bell on top, but at $26, I thought 7th Up had a real attraction at that price. Is that why the beard is? The life coach has said grow it?
It's one of the facets of our
yeah.
One of the facets. Well, no, life coach, our sessions.
Okay,
yeah.
Sure. Okay, let's get you on to the last of the 9 out of Hastings for the day.
I've got about 3 years of growth to get to that.
The Bag Forward New Zealand Punter of the Year. We're $3 about Mongolian Marshall, obviously high class, and 2 really good trials leading in. I think there's a bit of confidence in the camp as well. $6.50 Sheriff, $9.50 for Hartley. I thought Flamingo's run on the first day had a lot of merit. $9.50 is not a bad price.
Race 3 looked like a great betting race. Race 9 is the same. If you have a strong liking or lead on any particular horse. And again, it's a little bit of a trick. You've got Mongolian Marshall, who showed a lot of potential last year in a fresh state over a distance you'd expect is way too short for it. However, has been working really well. The stable's very happy. And you've got 4 or 5 other runners that fall into the category of having strong form, including Hartley, who's nearly $10 and has won 2 in a row and has been very good to the eye and on the clock doing so. Yeah. But it's just a race with that much depth.
Yeah, I thought Mongolian Marshall was probably just a little bit skinny, but you know, at a $3 price, you just got to respect the quality of the horse. Sheriff's an interesting runner, Jason.
You'd expect from the draw will likely get back, but you'll be watching with a keen eye as to see whether you've missed the boat and he wins and you're not on him, or next start, because you'd likely say he'll be an improver and you want to be following him out of the race.
Who are you most confident with at Hastings?
Avantage would be the horse that I'd be keen on from the draw. I know she's short, she's $1.85, so you're taking a good horse's price. But I think Avantage looks like the one for me.
Jason Tarn with his thoughts on Group 1 Windsor Park Plate Day here on the Punters Lounge.